All right, it's your boy BZ back at it again. And today we're going to be cleaning this absolutely stunning Lieutenant Surge's Magneton. It's a really nice card. Obviously, this is a fairly heavy played card. This edge in particular is not looking the best. But we're going to do what we can. Try to clean up some little scuffs. Try to clean up some of the damage. Try to clean up some of the boogers off the card. With our card beautifully set, we're going to go ahead and spray a cotton ball with some juices. And do remember that you want to act quick. You don't want too much moisture on your cotton ball. So let's go ahead and work in just small little areas as we go. You really always want to work in to out on the card. All right, now we've got a little bit off. Try to get this. I am switching between multiple different dry cotton balls as I work the back of the card. And I am just trying to get that doo-doo off, trying to clean, some of this gunk, some of this funk off the card. I'm assuming that dent was already there. We are going to try to roll that dent out as well. I didn't notice it until I started cleaning. All right, I don't exactly know what this little mark is here. I'm just going to wet it, try to go into some counterclockwise motions here. Put a little bit of my fingernail into it. Still doesn't seem to be coming up. It does not want to come up. And remember, I am moving between multiple dry cotton balls after I make my initial marks. All right, so far that is looking pretty good. There's like a scratch in the Pokeball. I think that's pretty much permanent. We're going to try to get some of this gunk off down here. Let's go, let's go. All right, get that water on there, get that alcohol mixture going. I think we pretty much cleaned up the bottom there. There is another little smudge here, but there's two here. We're going to go after these two smudges next. You do have to be patient. You just want to try to work from the middle of the card to the edge. Otherwise, you'll be doing damage to the edge of the card, and we don't want to do that. Still a small bit of that smudgery on there, that doo-doo. But the back of the card is looking a lot better. We will try to tackle these little speckles here. Just to something a little light. Not putting too much pressure on the card. Could maybe be some paint chipped off of the card as well. It'd be nice to have like a digital, like a microscope or something, to really get in there to see all those little things that we're trying to clean. Now we're going to go ahead. We're going to move to the front of the Magneton. We're going to lock on to the front. We're going to be cleaning any little bits, any little smudges, trying to clean up this hollow and prepare it for polish. All right, remember, we're using the same cotton ball. Not very much solution on the ball at all. All right, let's go ahead, get in here on this hollow. We might actually need just a small bit more solution. I'm not sure yet. Right now it is picking up most of the doo-doo, most of the gunk that I'm currently seeing on the card. Again, we want to be extremely careful when working the card because as you can see, there's flakes coming up on the card and exposing some of the hollowing in the back. And we don't want to be We don't want to be damaging the card any more than it already is. This is a very heavily played card. All right. I am going to do one more pass of the front just to ensure that that it's absolutely ready for when we come in with our polish. I think it's looking really good so far. The front is pretty much completely clean, I would say. There wasn't very much going on the front. There was not very much going on at all. I am going to try to go ahead and flatten out this dent while we're working the card before we start polishing. You can really see the dent pretty pronounced when I look at the back of the card. There's the dent. A little more doo-doo here. I'm going to try to attack this little doo-doo stain again. All right, so we're going to go ahead now, and we are going to try to flatten out this little wrinkle-dinkle. We're going to be using a clean sleeve and our little tool here. Beautiful. Rolling the tool over the card in little rolls, in little motions like this, from inside to outside. And what we're aiming to do here is to just sort of flatten out that edge. Flatten out that edge, baby. You can see we've tapped it down just a bit. I am going to try to work it just a little bit longer. So after working with the card for a few minutes, we just cannot quite get it pressed completely down. In order to get this kind of dent pressed out, I think I would need an entire sheet press, just to press the card out. Put it in some vice grips overnight and let it set. I don't currently have the press, so that dent is unfortunately gonna remain in the card. We did knock it down just some, but obviously you can still see that loving dent in the card. All right. Now that we've pretty much cleaned all the dookie off and tried to get as many of those dents out as we can, we're gonna go ahead and continue. And now we're gonna work with some of the polish. We got next up the Kurtz Card Care polish here. This is what the polish looks like. And what you're basically going to want to do is tuck the cotton ball like so, get it nice and tight on one end. And without getting your fingers all in it, just try to make very small circles. You really just want to heat that polish up. You just want to heat that polish up on the end. Not very much. It does not require very much. This is all the polish you're going to need, but we are going to want to work rather quickly. Once this stuff sets, it is more difficult. All right, so we're going to go ahead, find a little patch. And you're just going to be sticking to the hollow here. Obviously, you are going to run over the image just a little bit. Little Magneton is going to get hit. But you want to be mindful not to get this completely to the edge of your card. And we are working this in just tiny little circles. All right, that little bit of polish that I've already started working, I'm going to remove. Being just very gentle while we work, not to disturb the edges, not to cause any more harm. All right, we haven't worked on the other side, so let's get over here. Where did that even go? All right, let's get over here to the right side of the card and just quickly whip up some polish on this side of the card as well. Like I said, you're not necessarily trying to cover the image. Magneton, he doesn't necessarily require polishing, but he is right there in the way. All right, let's go ahead. Using another cotton ball here. Trying to get all these additionals off, you just wax on, wax off. We do got a little more work to do, I see. A lot of the polish is still on the card. So we'll go ahead and work on some more polish. Never fear if the polish starts to dry. Work on some more polish and then just work it all off in a nice uniform manner. You know, clean cotton balls here, just ensuring that we get all of that wax off, all of that wax around that we've put on there. Get all that off. That is looking pretty good. I am going to do one more go of the polish just to get it nice and even all across the hollow, and really to ensure that we get rid of all additional polish and any cleaner that we may have left on the car. We'll take our very nice clean dust cloth here, microfiber from center to edge. We'll wipe the car down, and like I said, you just want to be mindful that you're getting off any gunk. All right, I'm also going to take it. See, there's a little chunk. See that little doodad right there? We're going to take our cloth, and we're just going to wipe that. But otherwise, I think the card is looking really good. We will go ahead and wipe the back of the card off as well, just to ensure, like I said, that there's no, no crumbs of anything. I did try to get that little dot off. It would not come off. But above all, I think the card's hollowing pattern looks really, really nice. I've always been a real big fan of Magneton. Lieutenant Surge's Magneton has been restored. Beautiful stuff here today. Look at this Magneton. I think it came out really nice. I'm just loving the look of this card. What do you guys think about this cleaning? Would you recommend cleaning cards? Would you even buy cleaned and polished cards? Let me know down in the comments. Let's get a little conversation going, guys. That's going to be just about it for today. I will leave links to my Patreon and my whatnot down in the description below. Feel free to support the channel any way you guys like. Yeah, if you enjoy the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that little bell to be notified for future videos, and stick around on the channel for some of these fine videos here. And I'll see you next time. Peace, peace, peace.